I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see this funny post about a comment section on a certain website. So, out of curiosity, I decide to go off Instagram and I go on that certain website and I find like the original video and I see the comment, and sure enough, I found it. But then, as I kept scrolling through the comment section, I see a video, and the thumbnail of that video showed a girl's face, very familiar face, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I've seen her before. And out of curiosity, I click on it, and then I realize, like, oh my goodness, that's in this certain website. That girl was a girl I went to school with. Now, let me explain why I was surprised about it. Now, normally, you would think that if girls act a certain way in their youth, they tend to end up on people like that certain website, or actors on that certain website, or doing a profession. But here's the surprising part. This girl was the complete opposite. She was one of the smartest girls at school. She never ever gave off that impression that she was a little bit promiscuous. Nothing like that, no. And she was extremely smart. She was supposedly Ivy League bound, and she was, I won't say respected, but very well known around our school, among both staff, teachers, and students, and alike. And I remember one time with her specifically back in middle school. It was around eighth grade. I was in my physics class, and we were using hot plates as a lab experiment. So my table group with us four guys, being boys, we decided to fool around with the hot plates because we realized like, oh, it's kind of like a heating pad stove. So we decided to not just boil our water, but we also decided to boil our pencil erasers as well. And let's just say pencil erasers on a very hot surface. Let's just say that it mixes. If you mix them together, they create a bad smell. And this classroom wasn't very big either, so the smell, like the second we placed it, the smell hit our table. But eventually, it spread all around the classroom. But our teacher didn't seem to notice. But the classroom was very annoyed. And this girl, the girl, let me call her. Let's call her Jennifer. The girl Jennifer. Okay, she tattles on me and my whole group of at my table in physics to our teacher, and I remember it exactly how it was. So she goes up to her friend. Her friend was named Sophie, and she says, "Oh my gosh, Sophie, do you smell that?" "Yeah, I do, Jennifer. It smells like someone's like burning rubber, as if we're at a car meetup or something." "I know. I'm gonna tell Miss Carter. It's probably those boys over there." And then when she said that, we all looked at her, and she gave us a dead stare as she's walking up to the teacher, saying, "Miss Carter, I believe these four boys." And she said boys, not like those guys. No, she literally said boys, as if she's the adult here, even though she was only like 13. So yeah, that was like my only interaction of her that I can remember. And yeah, obviously I got detention that day. But when it came to high school, I didn't really think much of her, except every now and then I'd see her in the hallway. And she was never in my classes. She was too advanced for that. She was in the IB program, if you guys know what that is. It's kind of like an advanced program above honors and the APs. And during senior year, like halfway through senior year, she moved out of our school, moved out of state, and she ended up in Oregon. And we live in California. That's where I live, right? And I still follow her on social media, Instagram, and I noticed that she dyed her hair. She's naturally, brown haired girl, and she decided to dye it. I believe light blue, and everyone took notice of this, because like, oh wow, she just decided to change a bit. It's her hair, nothing too special. Every now and most girls do that at least once in their lifetime. I've done it before, and I'm a guy, so yeah, I guess I can't really say anything about that. But then a few posts later on her profile, Jennifer then posts a picture of herself wearing different clothing. I'll just say that. And well, what's wrong? What's this different clothing, you may ask? Well, let's just say it revealed a bit more skin. You could still wear it in school, but a very significant change because Jennifer here, she used to wear what's it called? Like kind of like basic clothes, to be honest. When I'm thinking about it, nothing really too out of the ordinary or extraordinary. Just a basic, like shirt, jeans, and her shoes. It's only Converse and Vans. Nothing too extraordinary. Not even like Nike Air Force Ones. Nothing like that. She had no drip. But yeah, she was like that, and yeah, nothing really like the basic smart girl, But in this new post, as she's living in Oregon, as she's posting on Instagram, you can see her with short shorts, not really booty. Also, in that other post, she was wearing some kind of shirt. I would like to say it's a crop top, but nothing that would get you dress code or anything, but still out of character for her. You go from this smart, well-mannered, very bundled up clothes covering smart girl to a little bit of like out outrageous, rebellious type of teenager. But we were thinking like maybe Oregon changed her, so we won't judge that. And then cut to a few months later, around July of 2020, I go to her profile I go to her profile on Instagram. No pictures, zero pictures. So I asked my friends like, "Hey, yo, anyone? Do you ever like know whatever happened to Jennifer?" And a lot of them said no until one person said like, "Yeah, she's like posting weird stuff." And then I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" And then she sent me this Instagram link to her new profile, and lo and behold, she is practically nude. I'm not even kidding you. Like, she literally like only covered it with like a Snapchat marker, of her private parts and all that. And I'm like, yo, what happened to this person? And not only that, she shaved her head as well. So all that blue hair for nothing. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, no way, dude. Like, why would she do that to herself? And everyone was at the same thing because I told some of my other friends who didn't know about it, and they were all surprised, like, what happened to her? And we were thinking like it's probably Oregon. She hasn't really been posting about Oregon other than the fact that she's just enjoying life, quote unquote. And on her Instagram, it's like there's not really much context. She doesn't post her social life exactly. It's just her posing in front of a mirror or in front of some background, just smiling at the camera. And and then after that, I just like decided not to just follow up with this, so I just leave it as is. And then a few days later, I find that post on this certain website, and I see her getting piped by another guy. I'm like, what? No, you cannot stoop that low. So I did some research, I guess you can call it, and then I find out that she goes by under a different alias. Her name changed to like a completely different person now, and as if she like threw away her identity as Jennifer and now became this like model for that certain website. And so it's sad, to be honest, because everyone had a lot of hopes for her, and we were expecting her to go to the big leagues or at least get an education, actually try to get a job that I can actually benefit her instead of selling her own body to pleasure other people, you know. And say what you want about that type of industry, but personally, I don't think it's moral and right because I don't think that whether you're a guy or a girl, you shouldn't be selling your body for money, even in dire circumstances. That's why you just gotta have hope. And I told my dad about this, and he just said that she's lost. She needs God, and I agree. I prayed for her the other day, and she doesn't know. I just prayed for her privately, and I told my other friends, and he said the same thing that he's gonna pray for her. And I don't know. I guess I'm just venting out because I just found out, and I'm just sad that it happened. So yeah, that's it.